Good. What's up, guys? This is Jeremy with the Restorative Shoulder Series. I'm here with my friend Tina. Today I'm going to take you through some of the common special testing we do for detecting slap tears, and a lot of these special tests too were kind of made popular by Dr. Mark Hutchinson out of University of Illinois, Chicago. So the first one we're going to do is a basic load and shift test. This isn't slap tear specific, however, this is kind of a good indicator of potentially trying to see if there's any intra-articular pathology going on. So again, just a simple load and shift test. We're grabbing the humeral head and stabilizing the joint above, and I'm just taking the humeral head anterior posterior and just manipulating there. If I could feel any clunking, popping, cracking, stuff like that associated with pain, I could suspect that something might be torn inside the shoulder joint. The next one is a Mayo Shear test. This one was developed by the Mayo Clinic. I'm going to have the patient come up in an abducted, externally rotated position. And from here, just kind of taking the shoulder back, just to kind of see if I can get any shearing, popping, clicking associated with the pain that they're experiencing. And if that exacerbates pain, then we can suspect a potential slap tear. Another one similar to that is a crank test. So again, similar to the shear test above, we're doing a crank test below 90. And again, we're trying to catch anything that's torn. So whether it be labral, biceps tendon, things like that, we can suspect intra-articular shoulder pathology. All right, the next one is a pretty popular one. Next one's a Bryans test. Having the patient's arm in a cross-body position with the thumb down, and they'll push up against my hand. If that exacerbates pain, then we can suspect some type of superior labral pathology going on. Contrary to that, if we turn the palm up and push up against my hand, and that actually alleviates the pain, that can kind of confirm a positive Bryans test, which Dr. Mark Hutchinson usually calls the slap rehension test. A next one developed by Dr. James Andrews is a thrower's test. And again, we're going to take the arm into that abducted, external rotated position and bring them back into where they're feeling pain. And they're basically going to push against my hand as if they're throwing the ball, so go ahead. And if that exacerbates pain, then we can suspect a slap tear. The next one is a biceps provocation test. Again, another popular one from Dr. Mark Hutchinson. This was actually developed by a South Korean orthopedist by the name of Dr. Kim. The first one would be, again, that abducted, externally rotated position. And we're going to take the patient's arm back to where they could start feeling that pain. And then they're going to pronate their hand towards me. Now, this will put the biceps at length. And what they're going to do is resist me pushing them out this way. So go ahead. And one more time. Good. So that puts the biceps at length, and if there is a slap tear, it should pull on the slap tear. Next one, same thing. Putting the hand towards their head and doing the same motion again. Good. And if there's any pain with that, that actually puts stress on the biceps tendon. Another one that's not so much slap tear specific is a sulcus sign. So grabbing the arm down here and stabilizing up top. Again, we're pushing the arm down and looking for a sulcus sign and pain associated with it. So what a sulcus sign is basically the humeral head gapping in the shoulder joint on top underneath the acromion. So again, association with pain with that, you can kind of suspect inferior instability, and this may pull on the slap tear in front. The next one, I'll have you lying on the table. So this last one's a Job relocation test. I'll have the patient come back, again, abducted, externally rotated. In a slap tear, this will only exhibit or exacerbate pain, not so much instability. So I come back to where the patient's feeling pain, and then I'm going to have my hand and have a posterior force on the shoulder. that alleviates the pain, then we can suspect a slop tear.